Oh, it's been really somber. It's been a very challenging process for everybody. It's a very sad decision. It's one that we didn't make lightly, and it's one that has a big impact on a lot of people's lives. And so we've been taking the time to meet with all the employees, answer their questions, explain to them the enhanced benefits that we're going to be providing to them, and the transition coordinators that we're going to provide, and everything we're going to try to do to smooth the transition for them. Well, certainly we took the community impacts into consideration, the employee impacts. We've tried to avoid this outcome for a very long time, but ultimately it does come down to money, and unfortunately the losses that we've been experiencing and the losses that we saw going forward into the future were just too great to overcome, and we couldn't avoid the decision, even though we do recognize that it has a very sad impact on the employees in the island. Yeah, so our focus is trying to keep these lands in active agriculture, and one of the things we've determined is that it's very hard to grow 36,000 acres of one crop. That's of course what we've done historically, but going forward we've decided that the best path is to break the plantation up into smaller farms that can grow crops that are more well suited to the various microclimates that we have on the plantation. And so by doing that, we think we can come up with a number of viable ag uses for the plantation and use as many of the acres as possible, and hopefully the entire plantation, although it is very, very large. Yeah, it's really hard to tell what the long-term water needs will be, but they will be, important and significant. These are probably the best agricultural lands in Hawaii, both because of the fertile Central Valley location and the fact that we have irrigation water for these lands. And so to keep them viable and to keep them productive, we are going to need water. So yes, there will be some decrease in water consumption, of course, as we phase out of sugar, but then as we ramp up our diversified ag operations, it will be very important to have adequate water for those operations. Exactly how much water that is, we don't know yet, because it'll depend on the specific crops and the specific location and the number of acres.